Atlanta didn't wake up expecting chaos, but new footage shifted the conversation instantly. This wasn't rumor-driven chatter or second-hand speculation. A raw clip surfaced without polish, edits, or context, and it spread faster than anyone could control. Phones lit up. Group chats exploded. Industry insiders went quiet. At the center of it all was Claressa Shields, a woman known for dominance, discipline, and control. What made the footage unsettling wasn't raised voices or visible conflict. It was the stillness. According to people familiar with the situation, the clip captured the aftermath of a private confrontation that had already reached its breaking point. What the public saw wasn't a fight. It was a pause. And pauses, especially after truth surfaces, tend to signal that something irreversible has already happened. Sources say the confrontation happened hours before the footage leaked. Claressa had reportedly sensed shifts long before that moment. Missed meetings, delayed decisions, financial details that no longer aligned. At first, she brushed it off. Athletes are trained to push through discomfort and trust their inner circle. But patterns don't disappear when ignored. Numbers began to feel off. Agreements raised questions. Earnings didn't reflect expectations. When clarity didn't come naturally, she asked for it directly. One question, according to insiders, changed the entire dynamic: honesty. Not reassurance. Not explanations. Just truth. What followed, sources claim, was not denial or confusion, but blunt acknowledgement. That moment reframed everything she thought she understood about the relationship and the structure around her career. Insiders alleged the relationship was described to her as transactional rather than emotional. Access mattered more than partnership. Opportunity outweighed affection. What Claressa believed was mutual support allegedly functioned as strategy. When success creates proximity, proximity can become leverage. That realization didn't arrive as heartbreak. It arrived as clarity. Past decisions suddenly made sense. Trust replaced oversight. Silence replaced transparency. What felt like protection may have been positioning. According to those close to the situation, Claressa didn't react impulsively. She listened. She processed. She stayed long enough to understand the full shape of what was being revealed. Because clarity, even when painful, is more dangerous than confusion to systems built on compliance. Once questions shifted from emotional to financial, the environment reportedly changed. Responses slowed. Meetings moved. Explanations became vague. Insiders say that's when legal language entered the room. Not threats, but boundaries. Claressa allegedly requested documentation, breakdowns, and full transparency. That request alone disrupted the structure around her. Systems that rely on trust don't survive audits. According to sources, this is when narratives began forming around her. Stress, misunderstanding, pressure. But she didn't respond publicly. She prepared privately. Timelines were reviewed. Contracts examined. Patterns connected. What emerged wasn't chaos. It was consistency. Money didn't vanish. It moved. And movement, when repeated, tells a story. As the situation progressed, insiders say attention shifted from emotion to accountability. Who controlled what? Who benefited where? Who had authority without oversight? These questions extended beyond one relationship into a larger industry pattern. Publicly, there was silence. Privately, alignment fractured. Statements softened. Communication rerouted. People don't become cautious when things are fine. They do when uncertainty becomes risk. Observers noted Claressa's demeanor remained steady. No grandstanding. No spectacle. Just focus. Strength doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it documents. By the time legal processes began, this was no longer a personal dispute. It was structural. This story didn't ignite because of scandal. It spread because people recognized a familiar pattern. Trust mistaken for consent, silence framed as protection, success treated as shared property by those closest to it. What happens next isn't just about one athlete or one relationship. It's about what changes when questions reach paper and silence loses its power. The footage didn't reveal everything. It revealed the beginning. Once awareness replaces assumption, systems shift whether they're ready or not. And that's why Atlanta didn't just react, it paused. Because when control is challenged quietly, the consequences tend to arrive loudly later.